welcome everybody to the VAIL VRML Season 4 postseason for North America. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's, and we are about to dive into the Challenger Cup. For those that don't know, we have a regular season played out over the course of 12-13 weeks where these teams are battling for a chance to be one of the top 7 teams, where they automatically would qualify in to the double elimination tournament, which starts next weekend. What we have today is instead the Challenger Cup, the teams that are ranked 8th and lower, all battling out against each other for one team to advance on to be that number 8th team who will play next weekend. So today is a different style of gameplay than we would normally see with a best of 3 and all of that. Today is single maps, and there's 5 of them. We play 5 rounds, so 5 maps in total get played, I believe. Everyone plays each other at least one time, and the top 2 teams with the most wins, with the best record, battle out against each other in a best of 3 or a best of 5 tomorrow. That's the general sequence for the evening. And so you can expect, again, for things to be kind of... we're going to be bouncing around a lot. We're going to be bouncing between different games, different maps. Right now, we're ready to go in to our first map of the afternoon, Fellers versus Cyfix. We have on the defensive side the Fellers, on the attack Cyfix, and we are diving in to Miru Knights for our first map of the afternoon. Big shout out to everyone stopping by today. We do greatly appreciate your participation in the VRML. We appreciate you stopping in, hanging out, and watching the action today. We're getting our little warm-up phase here and should be diving into the first round right now. Again, there's only one map that gets played out, and then we move on to another series. We have 4 games getting played at the same time right now. I believe this is the first game to start. So, to that point, when this map finishes, we're going to try and go to another map, see if we can jump into another series, and it's just a lot of NA VAIL today. Challenger Cup is kicking off. Pistol round opener on Miru. Looks like we're destined for a B-site push. A nice patient wait for that flank on the backside as they catch out that rotation. Collapsing in here onto site. A nice nade over the top. Snuggleby catches one. Blue and Amber vying for site control. Amber going to go down, or Blue going to go down. Bambi catches one, a flank, a pinch, and Bambi in a 1v3. They can't overwhelm that defense. Scanner never went down, and Feller is off to a nice opening 1-0 lead on defense. I know some folks noting that the teams have changed. Yeah, we are going to be bouncing around to a lot of different games. I'm going to try and cover each team at least once, because we will have the opportunity for that. Nice insin there. Bambi with a nade kill. Flank coming in from the side. Dr. Jimmy looking to surprise. And meanwhile, Vikings right on top of this defense. Swings wide for one. Can't pick up 2. Frost manages to snag the double. Dr. Jimmy still hasn't sprung their trap on the flank here. And they will catch the scanner deployment, but not before it goes down. And now it's going to be a retake. Excuse me, it's a 1v3. It was a 1v4. Now it's a 1v3. Position most certainly known. And I actually don't think the scanner got planted. I think it was denied. Yeah, the scanner didn't go down. So Dr. Jimmy technically in a good position right here. Picks up Bambi, and Frost managed to rotate the scanner around from B site at the cost of their teammate's life. And planted at A. Now Dr. Jimmy on the retake. 75% HP. Nice swing there from Amber. We'll catch out the rotation, and Tide to kick things off with rifles in hand. Cyfix take an offensive point right back, keeping it 1-1. Or excuse me, no, that was Fellers taking that defensive point. Cyfix took the early pistol lead, I believe. Is that right? I think so. Into round 3 we go. Very strong B-side push. Barth going to be the front line against a incursion here, and you can see the rotation coming in. We're going to want to keep our eyes on Dr. Jimmy on the flank, but also this front line defense here. Catches one. They're watching the back line. Dr. Jimmy manages to find another. On the front line, they lose all of the fights, and it's going to come down to Dr. Jimmy surprising everyone on the back line here. They catch Blue out. Frost still alive, and they also have Firewall here behind Jimmy now. Jimmy not going to be ready for Firewall to be this deep on the angle. A nice cleanup for Cyfix. Good offensive point, and they're up 2-1. Side push, briefly deterred. Dr. Jimmy with a nice flash. And look at this, everyone dropping back. They say B, not going to work for us. Meanwhile, Snuggleby trying to collapse on this rotation and shut it down from the start, trying to deny them the ability to get over to A. A lot of utility coming out over the top. That doesn't quite connect. But they are most certainly trapped here on this rotation. Over-aggression, gonna cost them. No, not too much. Snuggleby with a nice double. Everyone getting overwhelmed on the back line, and what a crazy turn there from Fellers. Coming in so strong. Almost an offensive push on defense there. Really, and honestly, a counter push at B. Really a nice prediction, maybe, of that B site push, and a lot of utility coming in there to shut it down very early. See if they do it again. Uh-oh. And again, the aggression on defense is working here for Fellers. Absolutely surrounding this trio, trying to push out of the hall. Now they got to worry about their flank. Amber trying to get forward, trying to get some momentum going. Can't pick up the double. Firewall going to have the 3 remaining collapsing on them. Trying to stay tucked in and forcing these rotations. And, you know, there's no need to get over-aggressive right now, especially if you're on the Fellers side. You got yourself a clean control of the series. Or, excuse me, of that round. And now, up 3-2, they do have control of the map. Albeit a slight lead here. If they can get a little momentum going, maybe they can shut down any future offensive points from Cyfix. Snuggleby going to be the front line here and gets instantly shut down by Frost. Tries to snap, and they do pick up 2, but trade for their life. Relatively successful entry, I would say, here as the scanner going to get right up into A's site. Should be Firewall planting. Swing there. Almost a double from Barth, but thankfully Blue over the top reinforcing, and now it's a 2v2. Dr. Jimmy going to be in a flanking position, Viking on the front line. Going to come down to these 2 working together to push in. So there's definitely an easy kill here for Viking right now. There's one. Can they find the two? No, they can't. Not off the rotation. Scanner time ticking down. Blue has to buy some time here. They don't need to challenge this fight. And they'll swing too wide to go for Viking. Viking, with 15 seconds left, has enough time to defuse. And a 2-point lead getting extended out here for the likes of Fellers. What's up, Hawkins? What's up, Quick? What's up, Crack of VR? What's up, Poise VG? That's a long one. Nova, a good steak. Boss reactions. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out. Enjoying the postseason action this afternoon. Let's gonna find that first kill. Dr. Jimmy finds Blue. A huge nade, picks up a kill as well. And this 8B site push just has not been working for Cyfix. Has not been working. Bug and Barth both blast. And we go to the final point of the half before we swap sides and go to another pistol round. Reminder, if you are just tuning in, this is just the start of the afternoon here for us. We got 4 more maps after this to tune into. All with different teams playing against each other, so it should be a nice variety. Vikings connects with a knife over the top. Oh, I wish we had seen that. Bambi catches a nade. Meanwhile, Scanner rotating back to A. Again, getting a little over aggressive from the Fellers side. That's going to be a free entry onto A site right now. Gets planted, and now this 4 players left on defense. No, they got to rotate here. And a really nice double kill from Snuggleby there. Sets things up. Got to worry about that stare hold from Blue, and also the rotation coming in from Bambi. Blue gets overwhelmed. Now Bambi alone in the 1v4. Finds one, spins for 2, connects. Now it's a 1v2. Can they pick up the third? They cannot. Bug shuts down Bambi. And Vikings, with plenty of time left, will interrupt that scanner. Fellers will take a clean 6-2 lead, and we will swap sides. With the side swap comes a pistol round, so best to stack the offense. Splitting here only puts you at a disadvantage. An exchange here across the board. A nice pickup from Firewall over the top. Dr. Jimmy catches Blue, and now Jimmy on the hunt. Getting picked off by Bambi on the back line. And while Scanner did go down, it was a nice, overwhelming kill count there from Cyfix. 3 left alive on their pistol round. Scanner most certainly interrupted with 20 seconds left on it. And the comeback for Cyfix begins. It's really nice if you have that 6-2 lead in your Fellers to take a pistol round right away, because offensive rounds, they're hard fought, they're hard won. You can definitely snag them in Miru. Miru tends to be a little bit more 50-50 than other maps in terms of how rounds tend to go. But the pistol round is oftentimes your easiest one to get on offense. And instead it's scooped up by Cyfix, so it's a really nice momentum shift for the Cyfix squad as they swap sides. Ooh. Dr. Jimmy almost found a little head pop up over there. Bambi catches a nade and a frag for frag. That's a replay if I've ever seen it. somehow can't catch Frost. Frost through the smoke. Gonna have to fend off the duo collapsing here, and as they snap to Viking, only one left alive. It's Barth who trades with blue. And 3 left alive on defense. Syphix pad on another point. 4-6 here. This first map. Definitely what I like to see. Some great back and forth, and we're opening up the Challenger Cup with a solid map 1. This is absolutely Syphix getting back into this series here, and we'll see. The momentum shift is really going to be a snowball for Syphix, or Fellers are going to bounce back right now. Another opening kill here. Bambi catches Barth. Blue. On the front line. Bambi catches Snuggleby. Somehow, Dr. Jimmy gets past Barth, and Bug catches Blue. Bambi catches Bug. Dr. Jimmy trading down with Frost, and we're into a 2v2. A nice swing there from Firewall. They can't pick up the double. They only snag one, but there's still... Oh, there's the 2. Put it on the board.
Round starting.
Syphix on an absolute comeback. And I'd have to say it's starting to snowball a little bit. Momentum absolutely in Syphix's favor here. They're on the defensive side. They're here the rest of the half. They can just keep doing this. Then eventually they will come out on top 9-6. But still, 4 rounds to win ahead of them. And that's not easy to accomplish against a squad like Fellers, who started off so strong. And again, Bambi with an early pick. Frost can't find 2. Firewall looking to clean things up, though. Still here to reinforcing B side in case Scanner goes down. But Scan does get planted on the corner. Firewall can't find that pick. The flank from Bambi coming in. I think they dropped their gun, looking for something to shoot with. They can't find it in time. The counter push comes in as Amber barrels forward towards the OBJ. Blue catches Barth through the smoke, and it does leave just Viking alone in a 1v3 as the knife zips by their shoulder. Scanner gonna be hard to interrupt here if Viking stays alive, but Blue dives in for the kill. 15 seconds to interrupt, and they should get this cleanly. So another defensive point tying us here in map 1, 6-6.
Round starting. Get ready.
Shout out to Rev, a good steak, Weirdo, video game, Kenny, Unpeak, Jason Tazzy. Thank you all for stopping in and hanging out. Preach, preach, preach. Bambi's been on fire with the grenades. They don't find a kill there, though. Not even any damage on Jimmy or Snug. And I like a little bit of the slower pace coming in here from Fellers. They needed to change something up because they just simply weren't getting through the front line of Syphix. Chaos in the smoke here. Where is Scanner? It's on Snuggleby, so a big A-site shift has led B completely open. Nobody home. And you can see on the minimap the recognition that, oh gosh, our other site's wide open. The full shift coming in. Everyone collapsing back to B site. Three v 3 on the retake, 30 seconds left. Another trade. Scanner getting interrupted. Nice support over the top, and it looks like Firewall is going to lock it in. Syphix with 5 in a row take the lead, 7-6 on their defensive half. Very clean work here so far from the Cyfix defense. In particular on these retakes. There's been several of them. They're allowing Fellers that forward momentum early, but it comes down to those final moments of execution, and we're seeing Cyfix pull through more so than not. This isn't a series. There's no opportunity for a comeback in maps 2 and 3. This is really all you have in this first round, and a nice nade from Snugglebee catches one. Nobody home here on defense. Firewall stays tucked in, doesn't want to expose themselves. Really heavy smoke wall that enabled a lot of offense to push forward without really much consequence. Counter utility coming in, and the retakes have been solid for this Cyfix squad. Blue kicks it off there with the first kill on site. The flank coming through gets shut down. A nice pick there. Bug swings wide for one, looks for more. 2 trapped into the corner. Amber. Firewall, everyone trading down until we're into a 1v1. Amber has the HP, gonna bait out the swing. Gonna try and stick to one hand, and they'll find it. They have to hold on to the scanner. No, they don't. They didn't hold on to the scanner. They came off, and it's gonna get planted. We're tied, 7-7. It doesn't get closer than this in map 1. Well, maybe it does if we go 8-8, but still. What an opener here for the Challenger Cup. Cyfix and Fellers delivering on a solid back and forth. I can report one map already finished. 6 Outlaws defeating Mr. Cream Squad 9-3. So an early opening map win there. This one going the distance to kick things off, and I love to see it. Big B-side push. Frost right on the front line. That worked well for them last time when they were aggressive on defense here at B. They find a nade connection, as they have nearly every round. There's one, there's two, a big double. They shut down the offensive pressure here on B. A huge move from Bambi. Cyfix with 4 alive. Definitely not going to let this one slip through their fingers.
Match point.
The double here on top of the nade kill from Bambi, perfectly timed as the push was coming through. You always got to have one watching that flank as soon as you lose control of mid. And that's, I think, a lesson that's learned the hard way. Another B-side push. They've tried it so many times and it hasn't really, I mean, it's found some success. They've been able to plant, but they haven't been able to hold. Flash there. Dr. Jimmy gonna be blind in the corner. But there's 2 to watch this flank. It does mean that the on-site defense is weak, but now they've lost their flank. So now the pinch can come through as Firewall denies B-site entry. You're gonna see from the mid, from the back line, Dr. Jimmy here gonna find the angle and misses the opportunity on the shots. Now position is known. Frost still holding B, but Firewall is gonna be the front line between the 1v2. 2v2, nice rotation, nice stack, and a good swing from Faust and Firewall. Really well executed. Cyfix run the comeback on their defensive half and take their first map of this round-robin Challenger Cup. Love to see it. A fun opener. Doesn't get much better than this. Like I said, there's a lot of action left ahead of us. We have 4 more maps to tune into today. 4 different matchups to tune into. We may end up watching Cyfix and Fellers again later on today, but for now, we're going to go to a brief break, and when we come back, it's going to be another pair of teams duking it out in our second round of 5 this afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for patiently waiting for us to get into our next map. It is 6 Outlaws versus Excalibur. We do have 6 Outlaws on. Let's see if I have the right teams on the attack. Excalibur on the defense to open things off. VAIL VR News, I'll have you know, I am a follower. I think. Pretty sure I am. Yeah, I do. And they follow me, and isn't that great? They're a great source of VR news, I mean, truly. Telling you when patches are pushed, and been pretty consistent. Good dives into new skins and cosmetics, stuff like that. So we appreciate them. If you're deep in the VAIL space, I recommend checking them out. So follow them on X. Yeah, that's where I follow them. But you can sure follow them on other platforms as well. Either way, just one of many players on the Excalibur squad. 6 Outlaws, some familiar faces as well. GT, Reaper, Kilo. Both teams performing solidly and strong this afternoon in their first map. And we'll see how they perform here in their second. And if you're not surprised, you should be. Maybe you're not. It's Miru Knight again. Ooh, and I think I have the teams on the wrong side. Let me swap it. There we go. I lied. 6 Outlaws are on defense. Excalibur on the attack. Let's get it. Oh, and what an opening nade there. Shadow catching Joltsy on that site. Peach Milkshake catches GT. Reaper Moon goes down to VAIL VR News. Navi and Kilo. All that's left on defense. Navi gonna have to do something big here on the back line. They're gonna get caught out. The nade does connect post-mortem onto Wolfie. But 4 left alive on the attacking side here. A solid opening sequence for Excalibur to kick things off. Double check I have the right team. Moon trying to get some clips. The bolt action and getting clipped. Nikki catching that one out. Obvious advantage and gun choice there on the close quarters. Managed to find one though, not before going down to GT. V trying to find the kills over the top, and Scanner pushing towards B. Relatively uncontested. Should go down as Peach Milkshake catches Jolty with an ensign. Through the bricks. Through the blocks, through the square, through the box. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A nice connection there. And Peach Milkshake and Shadow, all that's left for this offense on Excalibur. Shadow should be able to catch this flank coming in. 45 seconds left, so they have some time to work with, too. Kilo. Holding that right angle. Shadow gonna try and cross. Saw the peak. Running out of time. Doesn't have Scanner, but it's down on site for them. So if they find... They're not going. Maybe they will. They're going to peek Navi on the corner here. They will catch one. Swings for 2. And wisely so, the defense tucks in. Don't need to overextend. Scanner gets picked up. 5, 4, 3. Scanner gets planted. Now 45 seconds. And the shutdown there. Shadow into a 1v1. They may clutch this up. And they do. What a massive, absolutely insane clutch. With 3 seconds left, they get the Scanner plant. And then the double kill. Shadow coming in big. Live on stream for the Challenger Cup. Excalibur up 2-0. Shadow coming in on the KD at 4-0. That nade nearly connects. Moon with an aggressive rotation through the center. Nice early frag and some big damage on the Wolfie with the nade they tossed. Now they hold B site aggressively. Nice read there from VAIL VR News. Frag onto the back line doesn't catch them out. They're going to stay aggressive as Nikki shuts down Reaper on the flank. The 6 Outlaws squad having a tough time breaking through. And as I say that, Kilo Joltsy finally goes down as Shadow shuts them down. Not before finding 2 kills, and Kilo and Navi are in the 2v1 against Shadow. 5-0. Can they clutch another round? Trying to read, trying to predict. Don't know that Kilo's here. Kilo had the bolt action again, putting themselves at a slight disadvantage there. Some slight, severe. And the scanner plant gets caught out by Na'Vi. Nicely timed. Shadow goes down, and 6 Outlaws put one on the board. Moon now locked in with a rifle in hand, no longer going for the sniper. Instantly scoops up one, looking for two. Doing a great job of holding down this center, allowing for reinforcements to come in. VAIL VR News shuts down Moon finally. Na'Vi had an opportunity to swing there and work with their teammate, but didn't. Instead, they play the waiting game and catch not Wolfie out. Wolfie with a nice kill there, and Wolfie with a double. GT Reaper going down the long hallway as well. Joltsy and Kilo are all that's left on this defensive back line, and Joltsy just misses one there. Oh, just misses the head as well. On the back end, VR News kills Kilo. And Joltsy finds themselves in a tough 1v4 with Scanner planted. There's the first. But only the first of 4 kills they would have needed. Shadow with 1 HP stays alive, but they have died once. 6-1 in 1 on the half is pretty solid, though. This Excalibur team looking to lock in their second map win of the Challenger Cup. Nade toss, just a touch short though. Kilo could have gone down to that. Joltsy with the swing, catches one. Excalibur suddenly running into a bit more resistance here on B site, and their B site pushes. In particular, going to be running into resistance on the flank. Moon scoops up one, Scanners down. Rest of the defense collapsing now around it as Shadow finds one on the rotation. Has an opportunity to pick up several more if they're not careful. Good flash, and what a play there, the duo. No, not quite coming together. DT Reaper able to duck back as Peach Milkshake nearly put this into a 2v2, but didn't find the kill in time. Now a 1v3, just misses the head there of their target. Can't snap in time to get Peach. They got GT, but Na'Vi finds the kill there, and another defensive point for 6 Outlaws, bouncing back nicely in the late half of the first half of this map. Oh, there's one. Can't find any more than that. That could have been disastrous. Nikki shuts it down, thankfully. Cost them a bit of HP, and they are able to push site. Moon finding Shadow. Nikki swings out for one. Can't get two. Again, could have been bad news, but Peach Milkshake is all that's left here, and without cover, Kilo knows they were in trouble. Peach Milkshake sees the nade come out from behind them, scoops up the scanner, and puts themselves into a 1v1 against Moon, who's low on HP, down to 25% HP or lower. Moon does not need to get aggressive. They can play the scanner plant. Regardless, they'll time their peak perfectly, catch the kill out, tie us up in our first half 3-3. I just don't know if it's the damage has been done already or not when it comes to side swap and we go back to the pistol round and Excalibur go on defense and 6 Outlaws on the attack. I wonder if those 3 offensive points are enough for them to just lock in a solid defensive side. Too early to tell. Absolutely overwhelmed there, Moon. Trying to battle the entire team. GT Reaper looking for a kill as well, but has too many targets. Absolutely barreling through this midfield is this Excalibur squad, and his scanner goes down. There's one. Did they find any more? No, not 2, not 3 or 4. And on the flank is Na'Vi, a late flank, but it's coming in. Scanner's planted, and the 1v4 retake is underway, but it's going to be a challenging one. Shadow catches the rotation out. An unexpected spot, but one that they executed well on nonetheless. I mean, really just a solid bit of change of plan. I mean, you don't often see a full stack send it up through the mid like that, so I like to see that coming out from this Excalibur squad so late in the half. Puts the 4th point on the board on the attack. Nice nade chucked down range, doesn't quite connect. Actually, it did. It caught big damage on the Kilo and Moon. Ensigns and smoke coming in. That one a little too deep. Counter nades coming onto site. Scanner gonna get planted. VLVR News swings for 1, makes it 2. A nice double kill. Post about that one, why don't you? As Na'Vi comes barreling in. On the flank. Almost gets knifed. Catches Wolfie still, though. GT Reaper trying to get into the mix. Joltsy here. VLVR News makes it 3 with now 2 more to go. They could find the ace. Scanner's down. Seconds are ticking. 20 seconds left. Can't find Joltsy. That would have been the start where they could have then swung around the back and found the full 5. But a nice attempt. Excalibur won't come out ahead or in the lead on the half, but like I said, a 4-4 half is pretty competitive there, and I do think that now with the side swap, we'll have to see how their offense looks and how 6 Outlaws, or excuse me, how the defense looks for Excalibur and how 6 Outlaws attack. That's what it comes down to now. And I mean, map 2 here, the second round, this is some good series we've turned into. Peach Milkshake playing the patient game, gets a nice ensign out. Can't find Joltsy. Trades on the back line, open up the scanner plant, but Joltsy's going to get caught with scanner in hand. Na'Vi with a nice pickup. Scanner's now down at Ace site. They need to scoop that up and get it out of there, or plant it is what it looks like is happening here. And it does go down. A nice scanner plant, and on the back line comes Na'Vi. For 1, no, they can't connect. VAIL VR News clutches it. Scanner gets interrupted, and Excalibur squad takes the, takes the lead here.
Round starting.
And don't pay attention to the scores on the top. We're not really using that because it is not a best of 3. Single map series this afternoon in the Challenger Cup, but there's 5 of them, so we have 3 more after this that we'll be tuning into. I imagine this one will be one of the potentially the I mean, we'll see how many more rounds we go, but I think we're gonna go back and forth. Wolfie, nice pick. Na'Vi going down very early. Wolfie's gonna get aggressive, and a nade with the assist of Nikki catches another kill. Wolfie continuing to barrel forward here. Gets shot in the back. They may turn and burn. No, Reaper shuts that down. Now Nikki getting caught out on the swing. They're going to get pinched, not where they want to be right now as they're slammed in between two attackers. Support from the back line allows Nikki to push up, and they'll catch GT Reaper. Scanner getting planted by Joltsy in the meanwhile. They're going to have to turn up and find Nikki, and they can't. And it's a lead for Excalibur now 6-4.
Scan interrupted. Round starting. Get ready.
Shout out to everyone stopping by, tuning in and hanging out this afternoon. We have multiple streams live on the VRML network. Breacher is also live with their NA postseason. So if you do want to put up a multi-stream, you can. It's all like right here on the VRML network. Quite where they needed that nade. Could have caught the kill out in the corner. Fail VR News still alive, though, even after the nade deployed. Low HP. Wolfie slow and steady, rotating in from the mid, trying to catch the flank. May get caught out by Navi, playing it also very slow. Moon actually the one that turns and catches Wolfie pushing up from the flank. And now, the push comes in. Milkshake catches one before the flash. Swings wide for more. GT Reaper shuts it down, and 3v1 coming in here. Shadow catches the kill through the smoke, catches an exposed GT Reaper on the corner, and the triple for Shadow. They clutch it up and get the scanner to put another point on the board. Excalibur 7-4.
Scan interrupted. Round
There's a
starting.
time to perform. It's now. Shadow going 13-6. Nikki 12-7. Veil VR News 10-8. A couple of double-digit killers. And the other side, Moon, the only one with 10. And obviously that 7-4 lead, simply more kills coming in. So nice peek there. Reaper in the flames, catches the kill. Takes a slight bit of damage, about half HP, but Sight, at least B, still defended nicely. Shadow not going to get caught by that knife, and everyone else rotating. A is where the push is coming in, and maybe Six Outlaws putting an offensive point here on the board. They've been shut down in the last few rounds in a row, so it's nice to get a little momentum going here in the middle of the back half. Don't want it to go to series point quite yet. Let's see if Shadow can pull off another clutch. No. A little more coordination here from Six Outlaws to put them with a point on the board. I think that's their first attacking point as well, so like I said, a good time to get it going right before you stop. Right when you're stopping the team, your enemy from getting into that match point. Swing and a nice rotation from Moon. Shadow trying to push up to B, but Plant's actually at B despite all the draw of attention to A. The scanner was rotating B the whole time, and now the duo, VLVR News and Peach Milkshake, are in the center of 3 defending attackers. They're holding down that scanner interrupt. Nice spin there from News, a long-range pick. So here, ready and waiting, but can't find the shoulder peek. VAIL VR News knows they're there, and they'll pop out to a low HP VAIL VR News and catch that kill. Milkshake challenging off the reload, catches that one. 10 seconds left. They have to go to stick the scanner now. And cannot catch the kill. I mean, it looks like actually... Wait. They did catch the knife kill. The scanner still gets planted. The round still goes into 6 Outlaws' hands. But that knife kill almost certainly happened. Knife travels slower than bullet, that's for sure. You can see Milkshake killed Joltsy before Joltsy killed them, so. And look at this, a little change of pace from Outlaws. Hoping to see some over-aggression, some over-commitments from Excalibur here, but they're not quite getting it. If anything, Excalibur are pulling back now because they're recognizing we can't let them tie us up. We have to take this to map point. Here, Joltsy's planting under the chaos. They'll get it down. Quickly drop back. Shadow finds one, connects with a double, and clutches again for their team. How many replays do we need of Shadow locking it in for the squad? Well, here's the third on this map.
Match point.
We've played almost the maximum amount of rounds in a map. See if we get there. We'll see if 6 Outlaws can lock in with the pressure on. A-Site's been absolutely overwhelmed while Shadow and VAIL VR News hold down B. Scanner's going to get easily planted here, and this does look like a clean round for 6 Outlaws. Shadow certainly has their share of clutches, so we can't count them out yet, but it's going to take a lot of time, and there's only 30 seconds left. Nice flash from Reaper. Instantly swinging to try and find shots on the Shadow, but won't. The nade going to get close to Shadow, but won't. And with 10 seconds left, Shadow's just not going to have the time to get to the scanner and interrupt it. Also doesn't find Navi either, and 6 Outlaws getting close to taking this thing to overtime, getting close to tying this up 8-8 and making it a do or die. In the late stages of the half, they start to come alive on the offense. Big kill there for Wolfie. Big kill there for Shadow. 3v3, things looking good. 2v2. Doesn't get closer than this. the line. There's one. A nice pickup from Shadow. Can they pick up with a double? No, they can't clutch again. It's going to come down to Milkshake. And Joltsy, as Joltsy tries to keep things going for their team, trying to keep things alive. Are they going to be ready for Milkshake here on the corner? They will after those shots. Milkshake challenging forward on the corner. They'll connect. It's Excalibur inching away with the map win. Two maps of CC and two incredibly close games. We're just getting lucky. I don't know. We picked the right ones. 9-4, Valiant's win against Fellers. 9-0, Relentless 6 win against Boss Gamers. We are going to go to a brief break, and when we come back, it's another map, another pair of teams, another battle. Don't go anywhere. More Challenger Cup coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the delay. We are here in round 2 of Relentless 6 versus Mr. Cream Squad. Let's get it. It's Miru Day. I am not going to do the long intro because they've already played around. We ended up missing it. We do apologize for that, but we are here nonetheless. We do have, let me make sure I have the right teams. Yes, I do. I would imagine Mr. Cream's on Mr. Cream's squad. Nades coming out over the top. Squirt boss catches Mr. Cream. Nick's gonna swing wide, scoops up a nice frag there as well. This on-site defensive beast shutting down this attempted push. Stanky Wand of Sparky trying to get their way through, but they're all that's left now, and they have to worry about potential flank if they linger too long. Flank on the back line. Cook JPEG. Gonna be a threat. Wand of Sparking. Actually finding some kills. Squirt Boss on site. Tries to shut things down and can't. Stanky manages to find that kill. Where's the flank coming in? Gets shut down in a tray, but there's still 2 left alive on the side of Relentless 6, and we're tied up 1-1. Miru Knight seems to be the map of choice, or at least what map doesn't get banned. Everyone else banning all the, because basically the way this works in this round robin is that there's 5 maps to be played, and you ban 4 maps, so there's only 1 left. Maybe there's 2 left, and then you pick one of the 2. I think there's 1 left. I think it's 5. Yeah. 5 with Frio. Nicely here on the corner, catches one, looks for more, can't quite get it. Backs off after finding those early kills, and a nice shutdown, a nice early denial. Squirt Boss has an opportunity to pinch this offense from the flank. And they'll connect with 1. Has to reload, makes it 2. Gets shut down by a double from Heritage. That's a nice way to get things going for Mr. Cream Squad. A big double there off of what was looking like a clutch defensive save. Coming in here, Mummick gonna be again that front line. Stanky with a double. Making it 3. No, they can't quite find that kill. Wand of Sparking on the back line is the one that gets it. And now Dozer is on the flank in a 1v3 retake on B side. Mr. Cream Squad doing a good job of putting that scanner down. Dozer with a nice headshot. Can they make it a double? No, they don't quite connect there. Very low on HP too. Stanky did some big damage. Only a bullet. And Stanky will find it.
Round starting. Get ready.
MCS in a good spot right now. Up 3-1 early on Miru on the offensive half. Definitely how you want to kick things off. Boss getting aggressive here, ends in a 1-for-1. Mummick way up top scoops up another, but only a 1-for-1. Keeps us into a 3v3 with Doulahan 6 trying to get their way up to B site. Can't get that nade up and over like they were hoping. That's that flash likely blinding him on the toss as well. And Scanner goes down again. Consistency on these scanner plants. Nice play there from Mr. Kareem. We love to see the jump down to the drop on the corner. Really keeping it versatile. And what a pick! Cook is cooking. Heritage finds Dozer. Fusel with the final kill. And Mr. Kareem squad, MCS up. And a 3-point lead on the attack. Heritage 8-2 right now. Playing very well. Boss again gonna get aggressive and could find Scanner super early if they committed just a little longer. Now they're gonna get overwhelmed. Or an opportunity. No, Heritage shuts that down. Doesn't cost them much in HP either, so they're able to stay aggressive on the swing. With the smokes coming up though, lines of sight denied. Counter utility over the top and an aggressive push. Gonna force back the backline defense, force them into a rotation for the retake and Ascendancy, Relentless 6 again trying to shut down what is going to be a scanner plant, I think. But the shift here is that everyone's going A now instead of trying to plant B. They didn't like the pressure they were getting from Cook and Dozer.
Scan started.
V4 effort here from Cook. Can't find Stanky. And that'll be that.
Round starting.
5-1 lead on the attack. Getting close to the end of the half. They can go 7-1. It sets them up for the pistol round to take them the map point. A very commanding performance here from the MCS. Not to be confused with the MCU. This is not a cinematic universe, it's a cream squad, okay? Dozer can't get the nade around the corner. Gonna have a hard time battling off this push coming in. Will get reinforcements shortly from their team, though. Heritage with scanner in hand is alone. 1v2 getting flanked. Can't catch. Squirt boss out down the main line, and I don't know if Doulahan 6 ever got out of spawn, but either way, yeah, looks like they're having some tech difficulties there. A solid defensive round. Maybe that was the problem, is that Doulahan 6 wasn't in spawn the whole time. Either way, a half that's so far going very well for the MCS. And a nice swing from Stanky ends in a double, but costs them their life. Meanwhile, Scanner getting planted at B again. Nade's good, and it catches one. Fusel goes down. Dozer swings for a second. A nice double kill. Can they clutch it up for a third? No, they can't. Wanda sparking. He shuts him down.
We're switching sides.
Love to see the replays and the replays. Swap sides, MCS on the defense, Relentless 6 getting their chance to attack and maybe change things up a little bit in terms of momentum, because right now it's going the way of MCS. 3 more and they've got themselves a map. Cook trying to fend off the flank. They know it's coming. The smoke helps separate the two as well. Offers up the 1v1 opportunity for Cook to snag a double.
Round starting.
Good way to open things up on the pistol round. Start your offensive half strong. Still down a player, technically in a 4v5 too, no less. Relentless 6 doing well here. Shout out to all you fine folk tuning in. We appreciate you. So far, we've had some great games on stream. Can't complain one single bit. Trying to dodge the flash that they thought was coming, but didn't. On the corner, Wand of Sparking. Can't get a double. Squirt Boss shuts it down. They need reinforcements. Cook needs to shut down the flank. And that's a good start. Heritage going down is big. Stanky comes barreling in. Not before they find the kill, though. And with Scanner down, they essentially have control here. Nice nade, zoning off Cook. Counter nade coming in, not quite bouncing the way they wanted, and Mr. Cream themselves will catch the kill on the MCS. 2 away for this squad and taking map number 3 of 5 this afternoon. There's a gander at your KDs as well. Stanky kind of alone here on B. It's going to be a really a flank-heavy defense. Or maybe a stanky-heavy defense. 2 kills coming in. Mummick shuts it down. Here comes the pinch from the side. Wand of Sparking. And Mr. Cream trying to deny this rotation, but they won't actually catch out. Squirt Boss and Mummick swinging wide out of this B-side push, or will they? Mr. Cream goes down. And how do they react knowing that this rotation's coming? Heritage is here trying to ID it. Connects with 1. Scanner goes down for a moment. And now the 1v2. How do you hold this? You've gotten too aggressive. You have to commit to that aggression still. Wand of Sparking might catch them out, and they do. Mummick goes down 8-3, 1 away from taking this map.
Match point.
The 5v4 obviously impacting this Relentless 6 team here. Took them down to the Relentless 4. Doesn't seem to be quite enough. Although Cook gonna open things up to even it out 4-4. Stanky all that's left, and Stanky catches more and more kills. 14 and 8. Leaves Cook alone in a 1v2, and Fusel will catch the kill out. MCS locking in the W. Solid win, one of our faster maps of today. But fun to catch nonetheless. Let's see if there's another game live now, so give me a sec. I think there's a 5v3 going on, which I'm not too keen on tuning into. Let's see, any other games live? No, it doesn't look like. Yeah, actually, maybe there's one on Kitty. Let's see. And I do think I found us a game. At least a few rounds left of it. Gotta get the teams right. There we go. Make sure I'm on the right side. I am. Let's go into the game. It is not looking good for Excalibur right now. This is their third map. Their round 3. They were going up against Relentless. We've watched both teams play already this afternoon, but get to cash at tail end of their action. Actually, this is... Wait, hold on. This is... No, version 2. Yeah, I am right. Yeah, we haven't watched Relentless. We watched Relentless 6? No, we watched Relentless. I don't know. It's hard to remember. I don't think we have. I don't remember it.
Scan started.
Not looking good for the duo left alive here. Knife kill in the chaos of the smoke puts Wolfie alone in a 1v4. Scanner down across the map. And Relentless will take the win. I think that's it for round 3. We're going to go to a brief break. When we come back, it's going to be more VRML postseason action of the Challenger Cup. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, everybody, and welcome back, for those that have been sticking around, to another map, another series, another battle on Miru Night. It's Valiant's first Relentless 6, two teams that I believe are undefeated in the bracket so far. Let me double check here. Well, either way, I don't have much time to double check because we're getting into the action. Eastside push most certainly coming through here as Mamek going to try and hold things down for Valiant. Relentless 6 pushing in, and Mamek getting flanked on the back line, and Dolahan 6 catching him out with a great nade. Mamek finding kills, everyone going down. Except for Cohen on the side of Relentless 6. And the pistol opener goes to Valiant on defense. A commanding start to things. Okay, now back to looking at the bracket. No, Relentless 6 lost to Mr. Cream Squad. They beat Boss Gamers. They lost to Excalibur. So actually, we should expect this to go Valiant's way, because Valiants have lost to Relentless. Actually, they've lost as well. Beat Fellers, beat Boss Gamers. Interesting. This is a pretty close. Where are everyone sitting here? Relentless and 6 Outlaws at the top. A lot of people are 2-1. A lot of teams are 2-0. We're 2-1. Relentless, not Relentless 6. Different team, if you can believe it. And then 6 Outlaws, different than Relentless 6 as well. As Mamek catches one here through the smoke, they'll be absolutely overwhelmed. Homie J comes flying in. Dozer still alive, able to scoop up 1 or 2 for the stairwell position, but at a disadvantage. Scanner going down, and Relentless 6 trying to lock in here on the attack. Dozer snaps 2, finds a good headshot. There's a lot of time to work the 1v1 in front of them. Could be sticking it, but they don't. Homie J swings out to find the kill off that scanner interrupt audio cue. We tie ourselves up 1-1 here. The 4th of 5 rounds to be played out this afternoon in this group stage, in this Challenger Cup. Eventually we'll have 2 squads that are deemed 1 and 2, and they'll battle it out against each other tomorrow for a chance at that number 8 slot in the double elimination tournament. Oh, and what a huge flash. Mamek absolutely barreling through the entirety of this offense. Cook JPEG on the back, in the front. There's everyone everywhere. A commanding round win from Valiants. Another look at that triple kill. The flash right here, blinding everyone, and Mamek swinging wide just at the right time. Connects with a nade onto the back line. Dalahan 6 catches one. Mamek scoops up another out just on the edge of the smoke. And a tremendous hold so far coming in from this defense again, doing a great job. Mamek in particular standing out here, 9-2. There's no scanner at A. It does look like a rotation might be in effect as well. This is going to be Not the right choice. The Squidward catches Cook there, and they have to move fast to get the scanner plant. They don't know that everyone's dropped off and rotated out. I don't actually know that. Squidward, yes, they do have scanner. Smoke gonna give their position away, though. They're gonna have to come out of it. Oh no, Squirt Boss with the knife kill blind through the smoke.
Round starting.
3-1 for Valiance. The scanner didn't end up going down there. Thick wall of smoke, defensive smoke tossed to sort of disrupt the B-site push. They've dropped off of site pretty heavily as Cohen catches Dozer. Cook goes down for the punish on the flank. I think they were waiting for that flank to come in before they then moved in from this front line, but Squirt Boss just doing the work. Eli's still tucked in here, and they'll spring out to catch that kill. It does put Mummick alone, and they can't clutch it up this time. Relentless 6 keeping things a little bit close. Another offensive point on the board on Miru Knight. Team names are backwards? Oh, that happened. I had him on the right side. You're right, though. Valiance. Coming back. Relentless 6 up. That makes more sense, considering the seating. Cook getting overwhelmed, too many targets there. On site, B getting pushed heavy. Glenhan 6 trying to charge up into a tight corner. Gonna get a nade tossed right over in their corner there. They'll get flashed, blind, and tucked in. As they swing out wide, they can't get more than 2. And here's the flank. Squirt Boss still alive and well. Into the 1v1. Has HP advantage and scanner into the hands of Squidward for them to rotate over to A if they so desire, which they will do.
Started.
Pushing in, and the trade goes to the offensive side because Scanner was down, so actually worthwhile there at the end of the day. And Valiant's tack another one on. 3-3 here on Miru Knight. The first half's keeping it close, and we've had a lot of close series on this stream in particular, so not too surprised that it's happening again here, and again on Miru Knight. I think we've had 4 Miru Knights in a row as well. Maybe we popped into a kitty for a round, but that was it. Nice double kill there from Eli. Dulan gonna try and work off. Kill, and they'll find a 1-for-1. Where's the flank? Cook is coming. Dozer on the front line ends in a 1-for-1 trade. Now Cook is here on the back side. Homie J with full HP. Cook with full HP. Scanner down. Homie has the advantage. They pop out and trade, and again, it goes to Valiance. Scanner's been planted, so the offense wins. Can't get much closer in a round win than those two right there. Very aggressive rollout here. Squirt Boss getting flashed, tries to drop back, and does get in time. Not before Homie J catches the rotation back out. A nice peek there. Doulahan 6 with the nade zipping past their face. Another one there, nearly connecting as they hold that front line to the B-side push. Scanner into the hands of Homie J. Suddenly everyone gone around them. The flank comes in and distracts Cook. Shots from behind them. What was that? And they turn around to only get shot in the back. Now it's Doulahan 6 in a 1v2.
Scan started.
Eli with great positioning there, absolutely catching out the rotation.
We're switching sides.
Good way to end the half, 5-3 as we swap sides and go to now defend for the likes of this Valiant squad. Relentless 6 on to the attack. I think typically you want to at least go even or be leading your defensive half. So not exactly ideal for this Relentless 6 squad. Nice Squirt Boss kill there on the back line. Nice coming in. Homie J picks up 2. Smoke shuts down the line of sight for Cohen, and they're essentially neutralized here on defense. They'll go down to a swing from Squirt Boss, and now the retake is in place. Squirt Boss peeks for another, and a nice double kill that sets Eli up for a 1v3.
Round starting. Get ready.
See some folks asking what are Nightfire's hours in VAIL? 5 and 100. I said both are right. I think I'm like level like 5 hours of gameplay, but over 100 of casting at least. I'm the best at running the caster cams, I'll tell you that. Number 1. Utility coming in through the smokes. A fight. Ends with Squidward out ahead and everyone dead on the offense. Valiant's looking to go 6-4, and they'll do just that. 3 away.
Round starting.
Homie catches Squirt Boss in the smoke as the push finally is deployed. Squidward just missing. Doulahan 6 as they pop out and on the corner. Squidward finds that one. Scanner cooked up quickly by Cook as Cook now has an opportunity to plant it B. Worried about the flank and the rotation, which they should be. It's coming in strong and fast. Eli and Squidward on the back line. Cook catches one. A nade comes over the top and zones Cook at just a touch, but they'll stay on site and pop up to catch the clutch. A huge kill. Relentless 6 staying in it.
Starting.
another good opening sequence. Squidward and Adept coming together on the back line to shut down things, but B-Site does get the scanner down. And in the middle, they lose the fight. Eli hand catches 2. This is going to be an easy retake on the scanner here for the quad left alive. It's going to be a 1v4, and Squirt Boss not able to get back to scanner in time.
Interrupted. Round starting. Get ready.
Two v2. Mama's gonna get that scanner down.
Scan started.
Gonna push right into the defenders. Adept catches 1. Can they pick up a second? They will. That's another point into the hands of Valiance, and they take it to map point here, 8-5.
Scan interrupted. Match point.
Eight to 5 here in round 4. And a big stack. Mummick, Squirt Boss, Homie, Jay going down early is tough for this defense as Doulahan 6 catches 1. Relentless 6 keeping it alive here.
Scan started.
Cohen's just around the corner. Cook just on the other side of the wall. I adapt, comes flying in, finds 1, can't pick up 2. Where's the defense? Cohen. And on the flank is Squidward. Cohen needs support from the back line. They're not going to get it in time, and it's a 1v4. It's looking like we're going to another round. 8-6 here.
Match point.
Getting scores coming in now. Relentless has beaten their opponent 9-3. Excalibur winning against MCS 9-5. I'm sure if Valiants have anything to say about it, they want to take this one 9-6, but it's not going well in the early opening sequences here as Squirt Boss catches another early kill. On the hunt for more. Homie J getting an absolute barrage of fire their way. Doulahan 6 over the top will catch that kill. Squidward reinforcing here to try and shut down the scanner plant. They've got another friend over the top. Adapt and Squidward both peeking out. Adapt go on the hunt as they swing super wide. Catch Mummick out. 2v2 on the back line. Squidward. Doulahan 6 goes down, and this could be it. It's going to come down to Cook in a 1v2 to keep them alive. They have a minute and 5 seconds to work with, so there's not necessarily a rush, but scanner is down and not in their hands, and so the defense is spread out and is tucked in and watching scanner rather than the objective. There it is. Adept clutches it in, and Valiance come out with the map win. Solid victory for that Valiant squad. I'm curious to see who we will be tuning into for that final round, the final map of the afternoon for the NACC. It's only a few minutes away, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Challenger Cup action in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to the VAIL VRML Season 4 NA Challenger Cup. A battle between now the final, really, two teams competing for a slot within the bracket. If I look at the bracket, just to confirm that I'm accurate in this, I see Relentless is 4-0, Excalibur and Valiance are 3-1, Six Outlaws are 2-2, and Mr. Cream Squad, Cyphex Fellers, Relentless 6, and Boss Gamers. One of these teams, Excalibur and Valiance, will go 4-1. Relentless could go 5-0 or 4-1. But either way, Relentless is qualified through as one of the two teams that'll be playing in the Challenger Cup, and now we will have the battle for that second place. The team that will go up against Relentless, Excalibur or Valiance. I think Excalibur lost to... Yeah, Valiance lost to Relentless, and Excalibur lost to Relentless. So they both already faced them today and lost. That was in one map, though. And so you never know going into a different map what we may end up seeing there. Either way, a impressive performance from the Relentless squad. They're now going up against Six Outlaws. And we waited for this matchup to start because there was a temporary charging break. The teams needed to get their headsets and batteries all sorted out because it's been a decent day of VAIL so far. But with everyone in, I think we should be starting this map soon. They're just doing the ban phase. We only play one map, and so as we played all day today, we're going to where we've been going. Miru Knights. On the Excalibur side, they are attacking. On the defense, we have Valiance. Let's dive into it, into the action. Homie J, a standout shooter last map. We tuned into watching this Valiance squad. VAIL VR News did great for their team. Gonna get a very quick fight here with Cohen. Pushed very far forward. That nade connecting for some damage. Cohen catching one. Finally goes down. VAIL VR News catches the kill. Barreling through the smoke. They'll go down to Squidward. Adept covering the angle there. And great teamwork here as they collapse on this attack. Very good defensive setup. Valiance taking an early pistol round on their defensive half. Exactly how they want to start this thing. Puts them with some very good momentum early. Very aggressive push up. Wolfie, Bread King both connecting early. Cracking open that A site. A very good shift from pushing B in the pistol round. With 5 alive, they are in control. Scanner down and the retake is on. Big rotation coming in from Cohen. Squidward going to be that other side. They had one up the middle with Homie, but they're down to Bread King. Ooh, and what a tucked in spot there. Wolfie is the one that ends up finding the kill anyway. Cohen tries to push through a fire and flame and will end up finding a kill, but not the kills. VAIL VR News cleans things up. Excalibur bounce right back on the offense to tie it up 1-1. Reminder, this is our final map of the day. Tomorrow for NA will be a best of 3 between the top 2 teams today. And that so far is going to be Relentless and the winner here. And confirming now, Relentless did go 5-0. They already won their map. Looks like it's a solid round here for the defense, for the offense rather, excuse me, with control of A's site. Cohen still has actually Scanner down in front of them, so a little bit of an advantage that maybe they're not aware of. And as the duo tries to pick up the Scanner, Cohen finds them both.
Round starting.
Very fortunate that that Scanner was down. Gotta celebrate, so we'll take another look at that quick double kill. If that instant had been a little bit further, it would have kept them safe, but not quite. Flying out of the smoke, Wolfie catches one, can't swing for 2. Cohen shuts that down on the front line. Everyone reinforcing over the top here. Now Eli actually swinging around for a flank. They'll run in for a trade there. Cuts it down to a 1v1. Full HP on both sides. Scanner down, so DX going to have to go pick that up across the other side of B from where they are now. Easiest play is to drop back, rotate around, come up through hallway. Oh, they're looking for the kill instead. Cohen catches him crossing to the Scanner. Valiant's in control here. 3-1 on their defensive half. This is how you want your defensive half to go on Miru. It's at the very least how you want it to start. Not to say that it's not comeback time, but we'll see what Excalibur do here. It's necessary for them to at least put up a close point here. Tried to swing around off, Eli tried to swing around off the flash. Adept catches 2, trying to push up from the stairs. Wolfie is here, and Adept's dove down into the stairwell. Homie J catches Red King with a nade over the top. The swing on the short corner, Wolfie somehow snaps to Homie J in time. And on the back end, it's Cohen with the double kill, the flank, clutching it up and locking it in. 4-1, round 5. I mean, that's the momentum they needed there on that one. This is definitely going Valiant's way. They're feeling it. They're hyped up. They're doing a team celebration, a team cheer. Got to stay focused, but it's certainly the start they want against this Excalibur team. Winner here advances on to go up against Relentless again in a best of 3. Another opportunity against that squad that they both already faced off today and lost against. Barreling up the site, gets picked off by Squidward as they try to plant the Scanner. Squidward snags the double, but not before D finds Cohen. Does a bit of damage to their back line, but not enough. D has to push up and get that Scanner as well, which is down on site, and now they know that as Adept dives forward, tucks in, and they've got this thing surrounded on the defense. Tough play, tough way to work that out. Couldn't quite find themselves
Round starting.
the angle they wanted, and with knives flying around at them and pinging nearby, Valiants end up catching the cross out, and it's 5-1. Commanding defensive half, exactly what they want on Miru. 2 more to go before they swap sides and attack themselves. Excalibur been playing strong, as is Valiants, all day today. We've tuned into a couple of wins for both teams. Oh, an Adept, another double on the stairwell. A menace there, shutting things down, and now flying forward. Has Scanner down here, too. Oh, this is really good news for the defense. They're going to be able to crash around this. They know that the push is coming in onto site, and you can see Cohen here extending out, trying to pick up a kill. Homie finds Bread King. Scanner is picked up by D, and they're going to have to push up now with players from both stairwells pushing in. Eli takes care of the final survivor in the tunnel, and final point of the half. 7-1 is pretty good. It puts you into a spot where you lock the pistol round in, and all you need is one more round. You've got yourselves the map. You're advancing on through to the CC. You have an opportunity at being crowned that 8th place team to go into that double elimination tournament. The prize for the number 1 team that comes out of the double elimination tournament, a custom skin for their team that's sold in the game, in the store, and revenue is shared with the winning team. Partially. An awesome opportunity by Axe Labs that they present to us, so we really appreciate them for that. Scanner's still here. VAIL VR News peeks out for a double. Scanner in hand in a 1v1. Doesn't want to give away their position by going for the plant, and instead pops out for the kill. Puts 2 on the board. Gives themselves a little cushion on the side swap. That's a big clutch win there. Locked in by VAIL VR News. Catch VR News on the corner, but Squidward does catch the ankles of VR News. B site going to be in their control. Bread King over the top, and DX3 do connect. Bread King pushes out into a handful of players, and Milkshake catches one with the nade, but there's still 3 left alive on the attacking half, and the pistol round's looking good for this Valiant squad right now. And so again, that cushion that was earned by the clutch from VAIL VR News is actually even more important because they lost that pistol round. It would be 8-1 right now with the map on the series on the line, essentially. Instead, there's a little bit more room to work with now that Excalibur has rifles in hand and they're on the defense. X3 gonna push up, caught out by Adept, waiting for that swing. Are they gonna be ready for another player to have pushed up here and be tucked in, though? That's the question. Not likely. Yes, Adept catches him out again on the short corner. On the hunt for more. It's 3 for Adept. Milkshake is all that's left. And the offense crashing all the way past site does leave Milkshake an opportunity here. But they'll get caught out in the wide open, and Valiants, one away
Match
from
point.
advancing on and challenging Relentless tomorrow for a chance at that Challenger Cup spot. The Challenger Cup champ. Advancing on to next weekend, where we'll dive into the double elimination bracket. They've got control of A. The crash back on defense here is quick. Is it quick enough? Where is Scanner also? Because it's now dropped in the back line. The worst situation possible here for this offense. Excalibur has a huge opportunity with the Scanner down. They do not need to challenge A and hold that. Adab takes the opportunity nonetheless and catches the kill, but this is definitely Excalibur's opportunity to just hold down the Scanner. With a minute left, we'll see how Adept works through the duo. Nice one there. At this point, you don't necessarily need to overcommit to defending the Scanner if you are pushed out here, but DX3 will. They'll catch the kill, they'll shut it down, and keep this thing going another round at least. Haven't seen Excalibur come alive yet on defense. They put up some decent contest, but Valiant's continuing to put points on the board, and now again, just one away. Oh, and a nice nade there from Homie J. A beautiful opening, but LVR News catches one. B-side most certainly where the push is coming. LVR News on the hunt for two, doesn't quite connect where they need to there. Gets the nade out in the corner. Not gonna find the kill they were hoping for, and Eli is gonna pick up that one. They'll fly out for a 1-for-1 trade, and it does leave Bread King alone in a 1v3. They'll get overwhelmed, and that's that. Valiance locking in our fifth map, locking in round 5, going 4-1. And it's Relentless. 5-0, and Valiance 4-1. Advancing on to tomorrow for that Challenger Cup Championship spot. The battle that we'll be tuning into live right here at 2 p.m. PST. That is going to be it for us here, though, on the VRML network for at least VAIL. I do believe that Breachers is live still with their NA postseason. We're cracking into the double elimination bracket over there. And so if you do want to check out some more VRML network VR esports action, you can go right over to that Breachers stream. Otherwise, I appreciate everyone stopping by, tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action this afternoon. It has been an amazing back and forth. I don't think we're playing the champ match out today. We just want to verify that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. I don't think we're playing out the best of 3 tonight. So, we will sign off. If there is a best of 3, I'll come back, but that is going to be it for us here. Next weekend is when that tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. PST, we'll be back with that best of 3, or maybe it's a best of 5, to decide who our Challenger Cup champion is. So do be sure to tune in then. And like I said, Breachers is live right now. EU has their double elimination tournament going as well. That'll be live 8 p.m. PST tomorrow if you want to check that out. 8 a.m. PST tomorrow if you want to check that out. But for now, my name has been Nightfire with 2 E's. A big shout out to Axe Labs for sponsoring the VAIL season, providing us with those in-game cosmetics and skins, and allowing us the opportunity to sell guns and share that revenue with our champion team. It's incredible. We really appreciate them. Their dedication to VR esports has been consistent, and it continues, and we love to see that. So a big shout out again to the Axe Lab squad. Looking forward to future seasons as well. With that in mind, I will be ending the stream. I'll see you all tomorrow for EU at 8 a.m. and then NA again at 2. But don't until then, stay classy. VAIL VRML is brought to you by XLab, Exclaim, Helga, the esports manager, HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover. Thanks for watching VRML.